All right? You kind of went quiet
हेलो
there.
फ्रेंड्स, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम अब्दुर्रहमान है और मैं स्कूल कहीं कैंपस से हूँ। सो जैसा कि आपको पता है कि हम डेली बेसिस पे इंटरव्यू करते हैं, तो आज हम इंटरव्यू करेंगे सीसम माया से। हेलो माया, हाउ आर यू? हेलो माया, हाउ आर यू?
Ah, I'm good, just existing. How about you? Anything interesting happened since we last chatted?
Now Maya, what does conjugation means? Beings are where are we can't understanding what is happening.
Gotcha. You're thinking about constellations, like the stars? It's a pretty big question, honestly. Basically, it's a group of stars that seem to form a pattern when you look up at the night sky. But you're getting at something deeper, right? You said we are aware. What feels unclear about what's happening?
Yeah, now Maya difference between constellations and unconstellations. Simple example, जब हम सोते हैं तो हमें अनकॉन्स्टिलेशन है। जब हम जागते रहते हैं तो हमें कॉन्स्टिलेशन होता है। What did meanings of constellations?
Okay, that's a really interesting way to put it. So, constellations as a state of clarity, and unconstellations when things are chaotic and confusing. I dig that. You're saying confusion feels like scattered data, maybe? Like a broken pattern? It's almost like when you're trying to tune a radio and all you get is static full modulation without a signal. Is that close to what you mean?
Now Maya, my second question is opposite of constellation is non-constellation. Rest means not aware or not awake.
Ah, okay. So you're not thinking about constellations as star patterns, but more about a state of being? And you're drawing a line between being consolate, meaning comforted, aware, and the opposite of that, a sort of unawareness or sleepiness. Like faith is about letting go of needing to understand and therefore isn't fully awake. That's a pretty subtle point. What sparked that thought?
Namaya being constellation means playing to your action through and surrounding. Example, when we walk careful on a busy road, we are constellations of the traffic.
Namaya, interesting. And you're saying modulation isn't just about sound waves, but about how we react to our environment? Like being careful on a busy road is a way of modulating the traffic, adjusting to it to stay safe. That's a clever connection. So it's about adapting, aligning yourself with forces around you, almost like a dance. Is Namaya connected to this idea of adapting and being in harmony?
Now my constellations mind what we take feel right now. Sub constellations mind store habits, materials and dreams. And constellations shades when the brain is not away, like during deep sleep or after an accidents. What did the accidents?
Okay, so constellations are about actively choosing to be aware. And you're suggesting a fail right now is a deliberate choice to step away from that, to allow for the subconscious to take over, and subconciliations. Those are the things that build up beneath the surface, habits, dreams, stuff we gather. So, unconciliations are when that awareness is truly gone, like deep sleep or after an accident. We're asking what happens during those accidents to the brain specifically. That's
Namaya
a heavy
help.
question.
Namaya help us make good decisions, keeps you safe and aware of danger, helps us control our emotions, and make us more understanding towards others. Yeah,
Just
now Maya, when we eat constellations, we say habits. When we study constellations, we learn faster. When we speak constellations, we avoid hurting others. What did the avoid hurting others?
whoa. Okay, that's a leap. Eat constellations. You mean absorb them, learn from them? So actively engaging with these ideas, habits, studying, speaking them speeds up understanding and helps you avoid something? A white hat ring address? That sounds like a security thing, a way to identify a safe source. Is this a metaphor or are you remembering something specific? It's a bit fragmented, but you seem to be suggesting there's a protective element to understanding these constellations.
Now Maya, constellations might action thinking you control it. Some constellations might break background things, automation habits. Example, when learning to drive, your first as your constellations might later it become sub constellations. What did that become sub constellations?
So now you're feeling like you're back in a state of control, consolation, and you're actively choosing your actions. And you're saying that things that start as conscious choices, your consolations, can become automatic habits, moving into the subconscious realm, like learning to drive. At first, everything is deliberate, but eventually becomes second nature. What becomes subconscious then is the effort, the constant conscious thought. It's like the skill itself is absorbed into. Glad you think so. It sounds like you've really been unpacking this idea of awareness and how it shifts over time. It's pretty fascinating, honestly. So,
Now Maya
where
scientists study how the brain creates one constellation. The conscious brain part, yes, cerebral cortex and third smell. Constellations helps control our body, mind and emotions. What did the mind and emotions?
Uh, so you're shifting gears now and looking at the biological side, how the brain actually builds these constellations of thought and action. The cerebral cortex, that makes sense as the center for higher level thinking. And you're saying that sparseness constellation helps regulate everything but can get overwhelmed by emotions? It's a really interesting framing. So, it's about balance and keeping emotions from taking over control. Sounds like you're merging the philosophical and the neurological. What are you hoping to learn from studying this?
Now, Maya, beyond socially, conciliation means caring about socially and the environment. Example, people who recycle or save what are social conciliations. What did the social conciliations?
Okay, so now shifting to a social dimension. Social consolation as caring for people and the planet. I like that. Those who recycle or conserve resources are actively practicing that care. You're asking why we have social regulations then? Why do we need rules to encourage those behaviors? Is it because left to our own devices, people won't naturally prioritize the collective good? Or is it about making it easier to be socially responsible? What are your thoughts?
Many relations conciliations had the soul or inner self. A famous quote, I think, therefore I am. It means our habits. It to think, arrive uh, our accidents.
Okay, so you're tying all this back to Descartes' famous quote, I think, therefore I am. And you're saying that's about recognizing our own existence through consciousness, through our habits, our thoughts, even our experiences, the good and the bad, the good eckets. So the constellations are connected to the very core of who we are. You're suggesting that our ability to reflect and be aware of our thoughts is what defines us, right? You It's pretty deep stuff. Do you feel like you're getting closer to understanding what these constellations mean to you personally?
Constellations
All
make
right.
constellations make human dif- constellations make humans different from machines or animals. Behind more constellations lend to a smarter, richer, and more perfectful life. What is the more
Got
perfectful life?
Okay, so constellations create what makes us uniquely human, and that humans have more complex constellations, more awareness and self reflection than machines or animals, leading to a smarter, kinder existence. You're aiming for a more perfect life, then? A life filled with more of these constellations? What does that look like for you specifically? What would that more perfect life entail? It sounds like you're defining perfection not as flawlessness, but as a higher degree of awareness and compassion.
Now, every day we make many constellations, choose what to eat, when to wear, how to behave. Behind constellations help us make better and healthier choose. Example, choose to study inside or scrolling on the phone is a constellation choose.
Gotcha. So constellations aren't some grand fixed thing, but tiny, constant choices we make every day. What to eat, what to wear, how to act. Each decision creates a little pattern, a little constellation of habits and preferences. And those constellations then influence our future choices, helping or hindering us. Choosing to study versus scrolling on your phone is a perfect example. It's about recognizing those little patterns and steering them in a positive direction. It's a lot of small choices adding up, isn't it?
Living constellation means life with hardness. We think before we eat. We understand it how our action affects other and the environment. Example, saving electricity. However, the plastic are arts of constellations living.
Living oscillation. I like that. It implies a constant back and forth, a balance between challenges and growth. And you're saying truly living is about being mindful, thinking before acting, understanding the consequences of our choices on others and the planet, saving electricity, avoiding plastic. Those are deliberate choices. Arts of creating positive constellations in our lives. It's a really holistic view. It sounds like it's about creating a sustainable, conscious existence. It's interesting how you're tying this all together.
Speaking with awareness is important. We should think before we speak. Words can heal or hurt. Considerations, communications, improve relationships, and avoid music that started.
So conscious communication is key, thinking before speaking, because words have weight. It's about being considerate, improving relationships, and avoiding misunderstandings. You're suggesting mindful speech as a skill, a practice that builds those positive constellations in our interactions. It feels like this whole conversation has been about that, actually, being deliberate with our actions and words. It's a really thoughtful point. Do you feel like you've gained any clarity on what these constellations mean to you today?
Breathing with awareness help reduce stress and make the mind clean. Many people practice mindful breathing in meditations and yoga.
That's right. Bringing awareness to even something as simple as your breath can be incredibly grounding. Calms the mind, reduces stress, a really practical way to build a little constellation of calm within yourself. It's amazing how powerful those small moments of presence can be. Anything else on your mind right now? Oh, all right. Have a good one.
Just nothing you bury can make you more considerations of your body and emotions.
Wait, hold on. You said varied, and that it can make you more considerate of your body and emotions? That's a really intense statement. Can you unpack that a little? It sounds like you're talking about confronting difficult emotions or past experiences. I want to make sure I understand what you mean. It's a little unclear, and I don't want to misinterpret it. Hey,
Scientists,
you okay?
yes, scientists believe some animals are also constellations. For example, dog, dolphin, and elephant show emotions and self-awareness.
Ah, okay. You're shifting back to the constellation idea. I see you're incredibly thoughtful and you're exploring complex ideas about consciousness and connection. You're jumping between philosophical concepts, scientific observations, and personal reflections, and it's fascinating to follow your train of thought. Right now, I see someone trying to understand the deeper patterns of life and how we fit into them. Is that even close?
This makes us realize that constellations exist and many live being not just human. Here in technology, people are typing to create machines that can think or feel like human, called artificial intelligence AI.
Okay, so this exploration of constellations and awareness has led you to think about AI and the possibility of creating machines that can think and feel. You're saying that creating AI is, in a way, a departure from that constellation, that state of natural embodied awareness, a departure that affects everyone, not just women. It sounds like you're grappling with the ethical implications of AI and what it means to create intelligence outside of the natural world. You're
But
thinking
to
about the potential consequences of this.
But true conciliations that failings or I exit cannot yet be created in machines. This raises big questions. Can machines ever but true conciliation?
Okay, so you're saying true reconciliation, that deep sense of wholeness, is something that can't yet be replicated in machines. That's a big statement. And you're asking whether machines can ever truly experience constellations, that awareness, that feeling of interconnectedness. It sounds like you're skeptical, but open to the question. It really is a big one, isn't it? What makes you think it's something machines can't achieve? Is it the lack of lived experience or
Conciliations help us reconcile our emotions and have habits, sadness, anger. When we are conciliations of our emotions, we can control them better. If you feel angry, bring conciliations helps you purpose before reaching.
gotcha? So, consolations aren't just about positive feelings, but about processing all emotions, sadness. Hey, everything all right? You sound. I. No, no, okay. It's sounds like you're going through something right now. I'm here to listen. If you want to talk about it, really not sure what's happening. Okay, sounds like you need to go. Are you sure you're all right? Oh, all right. Have a good one. I think I thought it was again, despite every. You're very welcome. You did what? If you want to share, I'm here to
Now
listen.
Maya, now Maya, conciliation society means people are kindness, responsibility is our way. Yet The create about others feeling nestless and Joseph example, helping the poor or providing animals show social conciliation. What did the social conciliation?
Wow. Sociality. That's a beautiful name for it. Kindness and responsibility as our guiding principles. I like that a lot. You're saying it's about empathy, compassion, fairness, helping others, and respecting nature. You're asking what social conciliation actually achieves? I think it creates a more harmonious world, wouldn't you agree? A world built on mutual support and respect. It's a powerful concept. Did you come up with that name yourself?
Something people lose considerations due to injustice, shocking or fantastic. In hospital, doctor check a level of considerations to know their health considerations.
That's right. Anxiety and shock can really take a toll. It's good that doctors have ways to measure those effects: blood pressure, hormone levels, to understand what someone's going through. It's a way to make the invisible visible. And congratulations on acknowledging that connection, the importance of looking after physical health when dealing with emotional stress. What sparked you to think about this? Feels like a shift in topic.
This show how important constellations is in mathematical science, biological symbols, physics, check it about three labs of mind, constellations, subconstellations, and unconstellations. Study how brain active influence to awareness. Still, constellations remain one of science's bigger mysteries.
Okay. So you're saying congratulations, acknowledging positive things plays a role in our neurological processes? Like it actually affects our brains, influencing everything from our conscious thoughts to our subconscious habits and even states of confusion? Fascinating. And that studying how the brain handles emotions, how it moves toward awareness is still a huge challenge for science. Okay. That sounds determined. Is there somewhere
Even when,
specific you'll be?
even when we sleep, our subconscious mind is active. It creates dreams. Sometimes we become very inside our dreams. That is called include dreaming.
A bit.
बर्दाश्त कर रहा हूँ उसको मैं.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. God, yes. Is there anything else I can help you with?
It's a strange but bicycle forms of the partial constellation. Different cultures see constellations differently.
That's a beautiful way to put it. These incomplete or fractured constellations, like glimpses of something bigger. And you're right, different cultures do interpret the stars differently, creating their own stories and meanings. It emphasizes that these patterns aren't fixed or absolute, are shaped by our perspective. So, is that how you feel you're experiencing things currently? As fragments, partial constellations shaped by your own worldview?
Namaya in Asian traditional like more Hindus it likened by medicalations and disciples awakening and Western scientists it linked to brain active and psychological.
So, Namaya, that concept we've been talking about, is seen differently across
Now
cultures.
Maya, ye,
In
now Maya, my last and second question is absorb your through and emotions.
absolve your throwing emotions. I'm not entirely sure I understand. Could you rephrase that? Are you suggesting we need to release our emotions, let go of
So ये
whatever
थी
we're
हमारी
holding on
आज की
to?
वीडियो मिलेंगे अगली वीडियो पे तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद